to recognize one more person. I'd like to recognize Miss Serena Riz. She's the owner of S&R Photography. Everybody please sit her up. She's a very good photographer. She does a lot of pictures for us. She's a very talented woman. Very, very talented. All right, so next up we have Miss Dallas Day. She's going to come up and speak a little bit fully. Miss Dallas? Give her a hand, guys. Give her a hand.
Thanks for having me to TNT and your network. And Derek, really respect what you're trying to do here. My name is Dallas Day, and I'm basically here to tell you that bullying does not stop while you're in school. I was bullied when I was in beginning kindergarten because I was too little, I was very skinny, and most of the time I was being bullied by my own people. I was abused as a child, so therefore I was very timid. And that pretty much was a target throughout my life. And all the way up until high school, I was bullied. When I got into the Navy, I suffered from military sexual trauma. And instead of the girls coming together and understanding each other, they pretty much bullied me and isolated me. And you know, just because I would push the guys away. I didn't want those guys touching me. Why are you getting mad at me? Why are you bullying me for that? You can be bullied while you're in high school, military, while you're outside of school, at work. And I'm just here to say that you can overcome those things. You can overcome being bullied by ignoring it, by being positive. Do not feed the fire, because if you feed the fire, it'll come on more. Keep the peace within yourself. Ignore what they're saying. Just think of them as being hurt. They're hurt. Their whole life is to torment you and make you feel bad for doing good because you're so nice and you're so sweet and you're so quiet. They want to be like you. You feel sorry for them. You tell them, I love you, I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to be nice to you regardless, and then they'll respect you. Be a leader. Change your position into being a leader. Show them how you should be. Show them how you should act. Be successful in whatever you do so that other people will follow you and they'll be the ones that are not looked at in a great light. So I do a lot of things in the community. I write books. All those things have stemmed from me trying to cope with being bullied, and feeling bad about myself and things like that. So I give back to other people so that I can feel good, and I write poetry, and I do everything that I have to do to empower myself and so that I can empower other people and other people who have suffered just like I have. So I don't know. So thanks for hearing my story. If you want to know more, I'm on Facebook, Dallas Day. I'm in the Rocket Pinups. I actually volunteer for Pay It Forward Tucson, so you can see me on the net, see me in the community, say hi. If you want me to participate, whatever you're trying to do, I'm there. I'd love to help. Have a great day.
Everybody give her a hand. She's a hard-working woman, and she does a lot in our community also. Now, I'd like to recognize our other distinguished guest, Mr. Sergio Ariano has joined us. Thank you, Mr. Sergio. And now, Miss Angela, please come up to the stage. We're going to have another musical piece for you, for one of our youth. Angela?
Can we restart that, please? Hollywood style.
about you, Angela. It's not easy to get up here in front of people and sing. I wouldn't do it. Let's see, Joseph.
Wasn't she great? Let's give her another hand. Angela. Her mom did the national anthem, right? I get it. Yeah, okay. Thank God for you. That's great. Thank you. So what do you want to talk about now? Oh, community stuff. Oh, Lord have mercy. You want it all out there, don't you? Yeah. Well, can all the beautiful people please stand up? All the beautiful people, please stand up. Oh, come on. I know there's beautiful people. Please, all of you, please stand up and recognize your beauty. All of you. Every single one. Sir. You're beautiful just because you're here in the first place. In the first place. Okay, you can sit down. Don't want to spread the beauty all over the place. Do I have a couple of minutes? I'm a child advocate. For those that don't know, but those that do know, you know I'm out there in the community for the kids. I have a part-time job with TUSD going forward in the new school year. So I'm really proud of that because I'm able to go inside the school system and try to make a difference for somebody, for one of the kids. So wish me luck on that. Prayers. We don't want anybody to fall into the cracks. But I wanted to share something because Angela reminded me of something that happened a long time ago. She reminded me in the elementary school where my kids went to, they didn't have talent shows. They didn't have anything where they could express themselves. There was so many students wanting to express themselves, and there was no venue for that. There was no system or nothing in place. And I remember as a kid coming up on the stage when I was in elementary school, just like Angela, and did a song. I was thinking I was lip syncing, but you know what? It made a difference in the world to me. And so I went ahead and made a program at the elementary school, Grijalva Elementary School, and I put a program in place. And it's still there all this time. It's been like 18, 19 years already, so it makes a big difference. Thank you. I want to give it back to you. I think she should say something too. No. You say something? All right.
Okay, so,
It's Reina, right? Reina Padilla. Okay, Reina Padilla.
thank you. So I just wanted to see a show of hands of how many of you guys have been bullied. Okay. And for those that are a little bit braver, I want to see a show of hands of those who have been bullied. Those who have been the bullier themselves. Okay? Sounds good. Thank you for being honest. Yeah, absolutely. Just because you were a bully before or present time, the fact that you're here is because you want to see a difference. So congratulations for being brave enough to show that, hey, this has happened to me, or I have been this person, but I'm here to support and make a difference. Something that you guys might not know, I also am a child advocate, and I have a special soft spot for children that have been neglected. Mainly children who are left up for adoption or who are currently in the foster care system. I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a lot of programs out there that welcomes people to get involved. Just to give you one program, there's this program called CASA. It's CASA, and it's based off of volunteers. And what you do is you become a child advocate, and you are that person that gets to know this child's family, and you actually are the #1 person that actually has some sort of weight in the legal system, because whatever you learn from that child and that family situation, you get to directly communicate that to the judge. And I don't know if you guys know that, but you guys
are more than likely, if you guys have it in your heart to do that, then you guys are more than welcome to become a CASA child advocate. And for children that are going through the legal system as a foster child or an adopted child, they face a lot of bullying, a lot. Some of them are even the bullier themselves, and that's just because they've been through so much that they're gonna neglect you and they're gonna make you feel bad before you make them feel bad, because that's what they're used to. So it's a good thing to recognize that and to try to understand both the bullier and the one being bullied, because you don't know what's making them do it. Everybody has a story, everybody has a past. It's just coming together and really stepping back and wishing everybody the best and taking time to say, I'm not mad at you. I know that you have your story and I wish you the best. And in our time, I think right now a lot of benefiting, what's really benefiting about now is that a lot of people are being more open. I don't know if it's because of social media, but a lot of people are being more open to be silly, be awkward, be not popular, be that alternative child, or whatever you want to call it, and showing that, hey, this is me, and then that's okay. And a lot of people are using humor to kind of defend themselves from being bullied, and that's also okay. So, whatever works for you, instead of talking back to somebody when they're putting you down, just tell them I wish you the best, or make a joke out of it. If somebody says, oh yeah, you know, why do you think you're popular because you have a big butt? Well, all my shirts cover my butt, so yeah, you're probably right. You know, just kind of making it really silly instead of bashing it back to them. So that would probably be my biggest advice to you. And look into those programs. There are programs out there where you can get involved and you can help somebody that's being bullied or somebody that wants to change and not be the bullier anymore. So that's my 2 cents into it.
And please, everybody, this is one reason we do this: get in contact with anybody, one of these people, and get involved. That's the only way we can make a difference, is if everybody gets involved. Because people think, oh, I can't do nothing, but you can in numbers with the people. If we come together in numbers, we can make a change. So please get involved, contact these people, and get involved. And I'd like to recognize a few other of our distinguished guests. Here we have Mr. Robert Linden. He's an up-and-coming producer, and he has his own fight choreograph crew here that he's launching. And then I'd like to thank Mr. Fred Willis, our photographer. And then, so now we're going to call up Miss Colleen Stevens. She will be our next speaker. Colleen?
Sorry, I just wanted to show you off.
Hi, everybody. When they were asking everybody to show their hands, it was kind of cute because a lot of people raised their hands when they said they were being bullied, but when it was time for the bullies to raise their hand, it was kind of strange because it was me and one other person, and that one other person is actually my uncle. So it kind of runs in the family, I guess. I used to be a bully. As little as I am, I used to be a big, big bully, but I wasn't a type of bully that most people would think of. I wasn't one that just went out and picked on people just because I didn't like them or anything like that. I was a different type of bully. What I would do is I would be the bully who beat up the bullies who were beating up everybody else. There is a big difference when people actually take a stand for those who may be weaker than others or seen as weaker than others and things like that. It makes a big difference in a school. It makes a big difference when you get into the military. I'm also a disabled veteran as well. When you take a stand for other people and that do not feel good about themselves, it does help them to feel good about themselves. That is one big thing, that when they know they have a friend, that is a big thing. When they can say, hey, you know, this person's giving me a problem, and they have somebody else that's there that can back them up too. Not necessarily with violence though, because violence is not the way to go, but just to know that there's somebody there on their side is a very big thing. Since being a bully, because there was a time when I was really little that I was a bully, I was just plain mean. But things changed around. My grandmother started getting on me, my great-grandmother started getting on me and things like that, so I changed it up a little bit. Since then, I went into the Navy, and now I'm an elected official here for Arizona as well. So we actually work on this anti-bullying stuff all the time. We are definitely going to need your help in this though too. These different programs that are available, everybody needs to get involved with them. And if you can't get involved, if you cannot go out and work with them, donate whatever you can. It doesn't matter whether it's $1, $5, $10, give it to them so they can do what they need to do to get this bullying stuff stopped. Social media is a big problem for bullying because it allows people to get bullied and not have a place to turn to. Like, we can't find them online. It's harder now with all the different social media. It is also harder with the different cliques in the high schools and things like that, like y'all's ladies' ages right here. You know, you guys are tough on each other out there in those high schools and in the elementaries, even down in the junior highs. Because when they click up in schools, parents, you need to teach your kids that a clique is not a place to be their own person. Because when they click, then they all turn on one person and one person only. And that drives another person, if they're a weaker person, seen as the weaker person, it's very hard to fight back when they're on their own like that. And then they've got 8 million little girls or boys attacking them all online where it's hard to catch them. So whatever you guys do tonight, if you guys go home, go look up anti-bullying for Arizona. There's a ton of stuff out there. There's a ton of stuff that is going through legislation. Keep your eyes on the legislation because not only are we doing legislation on the Republican side because I'm a Republican, but we're also doing legislation on the Democrat side too. That is something we are working hand in hand with on. So we'd appreciate your help there when it comes down to voting for that, the anti-bully legislation, and it will come to you, the people, at some point. We'd appreciate your help in voting for it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Colleen. All right, now I'd like to call up Mr. Robert Lennon. We're going to get a little bit of action here and some acting. Mr. Lennon?
So here we go. And it wasn't too long ago that you were my best friend. We grew up together. Well, kind of grew up together. I met you in elementary school. But the thing about it is, I was a lot tougher than you, I think. You were smaller. You were not as superior as I was. You know, I could have done a lot back then to help you. You know, I seen the people picking on you, but I stood by because I was one of the popular kids. I stood by and watched and laughed because that's what they were doing. I had no sense. I had no sense to look at you and say, I'm sorry I wasn't there. I could have protected you. You know me. Started training the martial arts at the age of 7. So I knew I could protect you. But did I? No. I saw you get bullied day in, day out. I hung out with the football players that were doing it. Because I was cool. While you were doing your homework, I was over here smoking weed with these guys. While you were trying to make something better of yourself, I was over here with the popular girls. You know, you came to me one time. You said, Robert, why won't you help me? I didn't have an answer for you. I just looked at you and said, what do you need help for? You can defend yourself, you're a dude, right? One day, you came to me again. He said, Robert, I really need your help, brother. The guys at school, they just keep picking on me. One pushed me into a locker today. Another one pushed me down. They were kicking me. I saw you walk past me and you didn't do anything. I looked at him. I said, what'd you want me to do? There's 6 of them. There's one of me. What am I supposed to do? When you're being bullied, it hits you here and you get broken inside. It wasn't until a year later I saw myself standing over his casket. My friend thought, well, nobody liked me. The popular kids picked on me and my own best friend didn't do anything. From what I hear, he went to his uncle's liquor cabinet, got a bottle of Jack. Got his dad's 45. If I had known he was gonna do that, if I had known my friend was gonna take his life because I wasn't there and because stupid kids at school were bullying him into doing this, if I had known he was gonna do this, I would have stepped in a long time ago. Now these tears are tears of sadness, tears of reflection. For those of you out there who feel that you need to bully somebody, look, listen to what I'm saying. My friend is gone because the world showed him he was useless, because the bullies made him feel he was useless, and his best friend, who was me, who was supposed to be me, stood back and said, hey, defend yourself. Don't ask me for help. I had to look at his mother every day, his father every day, his sisters, and say, I am sorry. In a way, I bullied him too. I stood by, didn't do anything. I let the football players who I hung out with kick him around. I let the popular girls mess with him, tease him into thinking he had a chance to go out with them. I stood by. You know, my friend, he told me, Robert, one day I'm gonna be a famous actor. I'm living your dream right now, my brother. I'm doing this for you and for all your fans that you would have had if it wasn't for me. Thank you.
Mr. Woman, that was beautiful. Everybody give him another hand. Mr. Robert, go check him out. If anybody's interested in acting or anything, this is the man to get a hold of. He's an up-and-coming producer and an actor here in Tucson, so please get in contact with him. All right, now we have another wonderful guest coming up to talk about bullying and her experiences with it. She is also an entrepreneur and a businesswoman, Miss Jamie Edwards.
Hi everyone.
I was a kid. I had ADHD, really annoying. We went to about 2 schools a year, 2 to 3 schools a year. We moved around a lot. And I was also a Jehovah's Witness, which brought a lot of attention my way. And it wasn't always nice, which actually, believe it or not, I was okay with. I read. Tom Sawyer was my best friend. We used to hang out. And one day I was going to be like Tom Sawyer. I was going to take off and I was going to go away. And when you're 11 years old, it's a lot more feasible to believe that that can happen. And we all know people can be cruel. People can be mean. And it's common. Also, we can tend to be mean ourselves when people are mean to us. But what do you do then? Do you allow this to happen? Do you go home? You cry about it? You can do that. Yeah, you can do that. But then what's going to happen with the future? Are these people going to be there with you? I brought my diary when I was 16. In this religion that I was raised in, gossip could be a big deal. It could be such a big deal that they have this thing called disfellowshipping. Based on gossip, your whole family can stop talking to you and everyone in your family, and they'll have nothing to do with you ever again. So bullying went to another height for me. It was not only just bullying amongst my peers, it was bullying amongst my congregation and the people around me and even my own family. What do you do then when you have no one to turn to? I created goals for myself. I created a bigger and a higher purpose for my meaning. I want to read you a poem I wrote when I was 16, when I was actually feeling the pain that we're talking about today. And this is how I dealt with it. Matthew was a good old man who thrived on doing what was right. He owned an antique shop near 5th and 1st, left at the first light. When on a day, cold, rainy, dark, and alone, she came into his shop, a girl with telltale eyes and beauty of her own. As she neared the front desk, her lips quivered with despair. She began to look around, saying, "I don't know how I wanted here." Matthew took her hand and he sat her down in an old wood chair. "Would you like some tea?" he began. "Tell me your name and start from there." A tear fell from her eyes as she lipped the words out and began. "Kind sir, why do you care? What's your name, friend?" "It is Matthew. Please welcome my listening ear." She smiled and he could see that by kindness he removed some fear. "I try to be good and kind, you see. Everyone tries to hurt me and take the fight away from me. It started when I was young and I did wrong. The ones who I thought cared helped me along. Till I did better and was on my own, then they turned on me, leaving me alone. And they gossiped and talked and spread ugly lies, and here I am now not understanding why. So don't bother with me, Matthew, I only complain. I seem to have lost my way to come in this shop out of the rain." Matthew chuckled, and with that he said, "You appear okay to me. Can't fix what happened, but let me ease your troubles instead. A young lad I once was, with a future to be had. Love I sought, fights I faced, were not as challenging as a similar situation that took place. I endured with the thoughts of ones who were true, and ones who really meant it when said, 'I love you.' And the ones that said all were bad were the ones who never had the friends I did to stick so close and hold my hand, the love from those who cared the most. So dear girl, understand, when your friend offers, take their hand." Well, Alex stood up and wiped her tears away, turned to Matthew and a smile to say, "I will always remember this day. For you tell me not to think of what I lost, but what I have is so much more." With that, she hugged Matthew, said a quick goodbye, and went skipping out the door. I had 2 friends growing up. 2. They were boys. Oh yeah, I was a slut, whore, all the beautiful names they love to call you, because none of the other girls want to hang out with me. 2 friends from 14, 16, 17, and so forth. I was okay with that, because these 2 friends are so great that 22 years later, I actually married one of them. The point of what I'm trying to tell you is sometimes you can't help what happens around you. You can only affect what happens in your heart. You can only do what you can do. So go out there and be the best you possible. I went to Ecuador. I went at 17. I was the youngest person in the United States to actually go on a missionary visa by herself. I emancipated my parents, and I left. And I came back, and I have more confidence because I know I can accomplish it. So follow your heart, don't follow what other people say.
All right, everybody, we're going to take a 5-minute break and get up, go back to the bartender, get some drinks and stretch your legs, and then we'll continue.